ஆடும்பரிவேல் அணி சேவல் என பாடும் பணிய பணியாய் அருள்வாய் தேடும் கயமா முகனை செருவில் சாடும் தனி யானை சகோதரனே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். கைத்தல்ல நிறைகண்ணி அப்பமோடு அவள் பொறி கப்பிய கரிமுகன் அடிப்பேனி கற்றிடும் அடியவர் முத்தியிலுரைபவர் கற்பகமென வினை கடிதேரும் மத்தமும் மதியமும் வைத்திடும் அரண்மகன் மற்பொரு தீரள் பூய மதயானை மத்தளவீரனை உத்தமி புதல்வனை மட்டவிழ் மலர்கோடு பணிவேனே முத்தமிழடைவினை முற்படு கிரிதனில் முற்பட எழுதிய முதல்வோனே முப்புறம் ஏறி செய்த அச்சிவனுரை ரதம் அச்சது பொடி செய்த அதிதீர அத்துயரது கோடு சுப்பிரமணிபடு அப்புன மதனிடை இபமாகி அக்குற மகளுடன் அச்சிறு முருகனை அக்கண மனமருள் பெருமாளே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, ஏகம்பத்துரை அந்தாய் போற்றி, பாகம் வெண்ணுரு ஆனாய் போற்றி, பராய்த்துறை மேவிய பரணே போற்றி, சிராப்பள்ளி மேவிய சிவனே போற்றி, அண்ணாமலையமன்னா போற்றி, கண்ணாரமுத கடலே போற்றி, காவாய் கனகத்திரளே போற்றி, கைலை மலையானே போற்றி போற்றி, வெற்றி வேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். அண்ட சராசரங்களுக்கெல்லாம் அதிபதியாக விளங்கக்கூடிய முருகப்பெருமானுடைய ஒப்பற்ற பெருங்கருணையினாலே ஞானத்திரள் சார்பாக ஆங்கில தொடர் உரையிலே The Holy Deities of Saivam என்கிற தலைப்பில் சாப்டர் 1 விநாயகர் என்பது பற்றி ஆங்கில உரையை நாம் தொடர்ந்து சிந்திப்பதற்கு திருவருள் பற்றியிருக்கிறது. We started this series in the last session and we discussed about the basic details of the deities of the holy Saiva. Why at all we must pray or why at all we must worship a deity? God is having a form. If he is having a form, why doesn't he appear before our eyes? If you say that God is having his own form, then it should be seen by our naked eyes, isn't it? That's how the people are asking. That is why the people are doubting whether God is having a form or whether he is formless. Those doubts are reason, because we think that God at our path. We think that as we are able to see the worldly things, we should be also able to see the God Almighty. There is a very vast difference by the sight of a worldly thing and the Almighty. We discussed in detail in the last session why at all we must have deities, why at all we must have some forms. It is because we want to focus our attention, focus our concentration. Like we have a lens to focus a dispersed light, we have these deities to focus our attention. Think of them as lenses which focuses your attention to a point where you will get the focused light or the energy you want. The spread out rays of sun, if they are focused, we can see it can lit fire or a cotton. It can be lighting a cotton if it is focused through a lens. Sun is there, like God is there, like the Almighty is there. If His grace is focused, His grace spreads over the whole world. His grace is spreading over all the world, and if you are able to focus it, if you are able to focus the rays of the sun or the grace of the Lord, then you have the necessary or the required energy. That is how our people are recommending to start with, why don't you offer your prayer before a deity. See, the deity should be meaningful. Not any deity you are going to select and offer your prayer. You must know that the Almighty is having some basic qualities and properties. Is it not? Whenever you take anything in this world, it is having its own properties, its own characteristics, basing on which its behavior will be resulting. Is it not? The results are due to the basic characteristics and the behavior of the particular thing you are studying. Is it not? So, if you want to study the behavior, then you must know the characteristics or the qualities. If you want to know the qualities and characteristics, you study the behavior. Both are allowed, isn't it? Study the behavior, derive the qualities, derive the characteristics, or know about characteristics and qualities and achieve a knowledge about its behavior. Now you have the Almighty and its behavior we know. So we assume that its power is enormous. Its grace is also unlimited. Its grace and power we are able to experience in this universe, and the scientists are saying or confirming the fact that there are so many universes like ours. Our family is called the solar family, is it not? There are so many solars in the universe, the space. There are so many solar families should be there. Of course, we are not able to tap them or understand them. Why? Even in the solar family, the planets, yet Jupiter or Mars, you take for example We have not tapped fully. If we are not able to tap all the details of our solar system itself, then how can you expect that you will be tapping or knowing the facts about other solar systems? You understand? Okay. So, what I am trying to impress upon is, if we have a deity, for the Almighty, then the deity should reflect the qualities of the Lord. The qualities of Lord. So likewise in Saivam, we have forms, Maheswara Murthangal, we have. We have discussed why we should not all need a deity, and next stage what we are trying to convince is that deity should have the details of its characteristics. Then see, if the deity is said to be safeguarding us or protecting us, then the deity should have a weapon in its hands, symbolically representing that it is protecting those who are surrendering to it. Am I not correct? So likewise, if you take a deity in Hindu or in Saivam, if you take a deity, it will be conforming some characteristics and some qualities of the particular Lordship or Almighty. So, you please understand that we are not depicting a deity, or we are not drawing a picture of a God as if whatever we want to have, we are not fixing it. We have some rules to form a deity. For example, Vinayagar. How can you represent Vinayagar? How can you draw Vinayagar? Or how can you carve Vinayagar? Is it not? We have a portrait, we have a statue. Is it not? We have a picture. Of course, if you just go through the picture or the basic sculpture or the statue made out of metal, if you just go through, then it will be convincing or it will be conforming some of the basic characteristics of Vinayagar. What are the basic characteristics of Vinayagar? Will we be able to fix up the characteristics of Lordship? No, what we are trying to do is, we are having the characteristics of the Almighty, and some of them are put into the picture form, so that you are able to see, I have to surrender. Where am I to surrender? I have to surrender. So what I do is, I imagine that the Lord is having 2 feet. I bow before Him. I lean before Him. I touch His feet. I feel it. I just gently, I take them or put them on my head and asking Him to, with my tears, please bless me. How does it happen? Whenever you see a picture, whenever you see a deity, whenever you see Him, whenever you feel Him, so the behavior of the human, the naturality of human, or the natural characteristics of human should be so used to get the blessing of the Almighty. In whatever way it will be able to concentrate, it will be able to put its efforts, all those things are to be taken into account. So that is why in all our idols or in all our deities or in all our gods, we have two lotus feet, and when we surrender at the lotus feet, we feel happy, we feel secure, we feel sheltered, we feel be taken care of. So that is why we bow before the elders, why we bow before the saints, why we bow before people we regard. It is because we think that we surrender our ego, we surrender our, in Tamil it is called tanmunaipu. It should be wiped off, it should be removed, it should be waived, it should be nullified, whatever way you can call it. But will it be nullified? Will it be removed? No. Whenever you are trying to nullify it, again it pops up, again it emerges. So what you do? See, you clean your house. You clean your house. Why you clean your house? Because it was dirty, so you cleaned it up. It was dirty, you cleaned it up. Can you say that you have cleaned it up in such a manner it doesn't require cleaning in future at all? Can you just vouch, or can you just assure? So I have cleaned up, no more cleaning up in the coming years. Can you say like that? No, not at all. Today you cleaned it up, tomorrow also you have to pick up the broomstick and start the cleaning. Why? If somebody asks, why you cleaned yesterday, why are you doing it now also? Naturally what you will say is, I cleaned yesterday, but again the dirt has come back. Likewise, we surrender to the lotus feet to nullify our ego. It is nullified, of course, it is nullified at the lotus feet, but again it will prop up, again it will come up, again it will surface. So what you do is go on doing it continuously, without break, frequently even, so that one day or other definitely you will settle in a manner where you don't require cleaning up further. Of course, it will happen. Okay, what I am trying to tell you is, whenever we form a deity, when we form a picture, or when we form a sculpture, or when we form a statue, what we do is, these deities, they are attracting our attention and they are trying to help us to focus our attention. So the sculptures, the deities are real. They are treating your real feelings. They are not imaginary. Sculptures are not imaginary. You see them, you feel them, you just stand before them and just you accept your faults, accept your shortcomings, and you can feel that as if you have surrendered to him to the core. So likewise, deity helps. It is a real thing. People say that it is not real. Who said it is not real? Deity is a real thing. It is made out of a real thing, sculpture, stone or metal. Is it not real? It is real. And your feeling is also going to be real. Then result is also going to be real. Suppose if I ask you, the picture of Vinayagar, does it signify Vinayagar? I will say definitely it signifies Vinayagar. It is Vinayagar. So whenever you draw picture of Vinayagar with the basic characteristics defined, with the defined characteristics that I will come later, the defined characteristics of Vinayagar, the defined details of Vinayagar. Vinayagar, how does he look like? Murugar, how does he look like? Dakshinamurti, how does he look like? Of course, there are rules, there are characteristics, there are other details. The picture will conform to it. So, whenever you just stand before the statue of a Vinayagar, and if your feeling is going to be real, be sure your prayer is going to be answered. People say that you are standing before a stone, you are standing before a picture, you are standing before a frame and you are offering prayer. How will it reach him? People are asking. They don't understand the basic theory of the human feelings. Human feeling. See, we see a picture, we see a film. It's just imaginary on a screen. The light is thrown over a film on the screen. Things are moving. Things are flying. Things are dashing. Things are running. But don't you think that you get involved in their movements? You just get involved in their movements. If you don't involve in the movements, then you will not, it will not be an entertainment at all. Why it is called an entertainment? Because it is entertaining, or it is entertaining your total feelings. What do you mean by entertain? Entertain means it's stealing away our feelings, taking away our feelings, covering your feelings. That's called entertain. For example, I am just entertaining you. Don't think entertainment only film, drama and other things are entertainment. This is also an entertainment, because I am just covering your attention, feelings and other things just in front of you on a screen, of course. Don't you think it is real? Of course. The statue, the picture or the idol, don't think that the other people, don't get carried away by the faulty ideas of other people. They don't understand, that's all. If you just stand before a statue, I can see people standing before the photos of their parents and grandparents who are not now here. They are offering their prayers to them. What will you call? Of course, out of the love they are sharing their feelings. Likewise, you understand that it is the Almighty. I am just sharing my feelings with Him. He is there. He is there. If you think that He is there, He is there. If you think that He is not there, He is not at all there. Of course. So, it is very, very important, whatever feelings you have, those feelings are drawn towards the statue, it draws them, it processes them and it gives back you the feeling again. That is why it is called Avahanam. People are putting some mantras beneath the statues. They are saying that the total statue is standing on its mantra vadivam, in the shape of mantra or in the grace of mantra. So, kindly understand that don't be carried away by the ideas of other people who don't understand our concept of Hinduism, concept of Saivism. They don't understand. They don't care to understand. Please, you must be able to grasp the idea that if you stand before a statue and if you are able to put your feelings truthfully, sincerely, honestly, your feelings are answered. See, in our Tirumurais, 12 Tirumurais, our great people saints, our Sri Sundaramurti, Sri Chinigana Sambandar, Sri Appar Swamigal, they go to temple. Whenever they stand before, they receive information in turn. They are directed. They are informed. Is it not? They have been given information. Why? Because their feelings are sincere. They are very honest. To that extent, we cannot be expected to be honest. Of course, to the extent of our honesty, to the extent of our sincerity, we also get answers from the deities. So, don't take lightly the deities. For example, if you take the Lord Nataraja, the Lord Tyagaraja, the Lord Parani Dandayadabani, and the Lord Swami in Malay, Swaminathan, you take all those idols and deities. The power you just think of. Why so many people are being attracted? Do you think all of them are fools? No, not at all. Not at all. Because they get answers, they get real feelings, reflected feelings from the deities, from the idols. So, it is the basic concept I am just discussing, because any deity in Saivam should conform to the specifications or particulars or characters. If we just take for example Lord Vinayagar. Wherever you draw Lord Vinayagar, he must have an elephant head. Is it not? Wherever you take Vinayagar picture, the Vinayagar should have an elephant head. The Vinayagar should have a broken teeth. Is it not? The Vinayagar should have in his hand Modakam. The Vinayagar, he must have in his hand the Pasham. These characters will never change from Vinayagar to Vinayagar. If you just see, they will not change. He will have forehead eye. He will have 2 lotus feet. He will have very big stomach. All those details will never change from Vinayagar to Vinayagar. Whether it is a picture, whether it is a portrait, whether it is a statue, whether it is a sculpture, whether it is a carving, wooden carving, whatever may be, details are same. Okay, what is the basic idea of having this? See, Vinayagar, Lord Vinayagar, what Saivam says is, he is the personification of Pranava. Pranavam. The Pranavam is the total basic energy for the entire functioning of the universe. Even a small movement, even a movement you cannot see in an atom, that movement you take into account, that movement also. Every movement, Anuvil Asaivam, Asaivil. That's what Arnayanatha used to say, that even every single movement in this world is accountable for Pranava. See, the big disaster is going to happen one day or other. That is called Uri Kalam. Everything is going to be diminished into a pinpoint. Einstein has agreed this theory. He says the whole universe will become a pinpoint that can be swallowed by an ant. To that extent, it will get shrunk. You understand? So, the total movement of the universe, whatever movement you call, all movements are accountable for a single source of energy called Pranava. So, the Lord Vinayagar is nothing but the shape of Vinayagar, the Pranava. Vinayagar Pranava Vadivam, Omkara Vadivam, all those things we used to say. So, we should not have nasty things about Lord Vinayagar. Just scrap away all those things, throw them away. People are yarning stories like anything. Lord Vinayagar is the Pranava. So, why Pranava is drawn like an elephant head? Why? What is the connecting factor? Or why at all a Pranava shape, the personification of Lord Vinayagar, should be thought of with an elephant head? Tirumular gives the explanation. See, Pranava, the total power, is two types of power. One power is sound power, another power is light power. Everybody knows. It's very basic theory. Sound power, light power. Sound power is called Nadam, light power is called Bindu. Out of sound, we created the sound world. Out of Bindu, only we created the world of articles. Porul Ulagam. Those can be seen. So, these two types of power, the total power, now we have two sections of power. One is sound, another is light. The total power, Pranava. Nadam, Bindu. You understand? Nadam, Bindu. Sound and light. So, at the end of the day, that is the world is to be put into a spot, or everything is going to be put under its Sukshama stage. Now it is Tula stage, Tulam. Say destruction, why I am not using that word destruction means, making it nothing, that is not possible. So, the Sukshamam becomes the Tulam, it is the production or creation. When the Sukshamam becomes Tulam, it is a creation. When the Tulam becomes Sukshamam, it is the destruction. Of course, it is not actual destruction. It has gone into the inner details of Sukshama. It will come back. See, unless otherwise a detail is in Sukshamam, it cannot come as Tulam. The rabbit will not have horns. The horse will not have horns. Why? Only the cows can have it. Because any detail which is not available in Sukshama stage cannot come out to Tula stage. You understand? We have a nail, we have teeth. But when we are in the stage of baby, or even in a very infant stage. All these details are not available in Thula stage, but they are available in Suchama stage. If you take an egg of a chicken, let us say, or if you take an egg of peacock, if you just break the egg, can you see all the colors of peacock in the egg? No. Of course, all the colors emerged only from the egg. So, they were in Suchama stage, they come out in Thula stage. Whatever in, likewise, what I am trying to impress upon you is, in this world, nothing is wiped off. They will be changed into the state. They will be changed to different states. For example, Thula stage to Suchama stage to Thula stage. Likewise, only it can be transformed. Nothing can be destructed or nothing can be wiped off. Nothing can be made nil. You understand? I am having 1000 rupees. Now I am having nil balance. Can you say that I have destroyed the 1000 rupees? No. It has been transferred to somebody else. That's all. 1000 rupees has been transferred to so many people for so many reasons. Okay. So, I am just discussing what is the factor that is connecting the Pranava and the Vinayaga. What is the factor that is connecting Vinayaga? Because Vinayagar we have an elephant head. Okay. Now, let us say that we will go to Puranam and we will see the reason, and we will see the reason what Tirumular attributes to this form, that is an elephant head, human body, or Deva body. The physical structure beneath the neck is like Deva, Deiva Purusha Udal. In Kailayam, say in Kailayam, Lord Shiva wants to take goddess Parvati to their garden for some time spending. Parvati asks, why are you calling me, sir? He is asking. Lord Shiva says, let us spend some time there. Are you busy? She said, no. No, if you call me, I will come. I want to know the reason. That's all. Lord Shiva says, for some actions, there may be some reasons. For actions, there may not be some reasons. He says. Is it true? No. For some actions, there may be reasons. For some other actions, there may be Samangalpams. He has made up his mind to happen like that. Likewise, he is calling Parvati to the garden because Vinayaga is going to get emerged. Both of them went to the garden. There they were roaming around a building called Mandapam, and in the building there were some carvings, beautiful carvings. They were looking on those carvings. Parvati was asked to look upon a carving, a particular carving. Lord Shiva asked her, why don't you look at that picture, at that carving? Then she looked at it. What she looked was called Samashti Pranam. That is called Samashti Pranam. Then it became Vyashti Pranam. When she was looking at it, to their surprise, they saw an elephant-headed child was rushing towards them. Goddess Parvati was asking, "Oh Lord, what is this? Who is this child?" She asked. "He is your child," he said. How? Because whenever you look at the Maya, things are generated. You look at the Pranava, and the whole Pranavam now has come out with a shape, with a form. So the shape of the Pranavam is an elephant head with a body like a Devan. Then Parvati was asking, why this happened at all? Why you called me here? Why this? And she was just taking Vinayagar in her hands, and she was kissing him. And Lord Vinayagar, with so much of beauty, Lord Vinayagar, he just went to his father. Father also took him in his hands. Both of them were very happy about his presence, and they came back to Kailaya with Vinayagar. What is the background for the generation or the appearance of Lord Vinayagar? Lord Vinayagar came from the whatever we call the Pranava energy. The Pranava energy he came out of, having a form. That's all, having a form. Now Parvati was asking Lord Shiva, my Lord, I was not able to understand why this happened at all. You called me, I accompanied you, and you asked me to see something. I saw the Sukshama or Samashti Pranavam, and Lord Vinayagar came to us. Now we are here with Vinayagar. Will you please tell me why this happened? Then he said, you may not be remembering, just recollect that there was a demon called Kayamuhasuran. That Kayamuhasuran was chanting my 5-letter mantra for a long time, and he was doing this tavam for a longer period, and I offered him so many boons, and one of the boons is that he cannot be killed by any weapon. That demon is having an elephant head. He is an Kayamuhasuran. Kayamamuhan. Kayamamuhan means he is an elephant headed demon, Rakshasa. I also gave him that boon that he cannot be killed by any weapon in this world. So with that boon he just went and ruled the land. Of course, when time passed, he got his own ego, and he was trying to trouble the Devas. So Devas were very much suffering. They were put into a lot of hardship, and they were coming to us and complaining me of his behavior. So I cannot go and fight with him because I have offered him all the boons. So I don't want anybody to fight with him because he has achieved, he has obtained a boon from me that no Devan can fight him, no demon can fight him, or no force can fight him. He has got the boon. So I have to create a new form that with both Devar and elephant, and he has to be fought with equally. So he is having an elephant head. That is why we are also having a elephant head form, and our Vinayagar is having an elephant head, and he is going to kill him. Okay, Lord, I can understand you have created him. We have just generated him out of the Pranavam. So Pranavam is going to punish this Rakshasa, That is why this special form of Vinayaga you have generated. Okay, I understand all those things, but that Rakshasa has got a boon that he cannot be killed by any weapon. You are going to see it, Lord Shiva told. So the war broke, Vinayaga was fighting, and he cannot be attacked by any weapon. Vinayaga was trying all types of weapons, shulams, spears, all those things. He was not affected. Then Vinayaga thought of a weapon that he broke one of his teeth he broke and used it as a weapon and killed the Kayamhasuran. That is how the Purana runs the whole total story. It happened in Tiruchengattangudi. That demon used to put on ash in his forehead. So that is why Lord Vinayaga worshipped Lord Shiva in Tiruchengattangudi. The temple is called Ganapati Charam because Lord Shiva is being worshipped. We cannot say that was worshipped. He is being worshipped by Lord Ganapati at that temple. Okay, this is how the Purana story goes. But still we have some logic explanations also behind this theory, behind this Purana. Why we must have the shape of Pranavam in a elephant headed form. It is having a meaning, it is having a logic. Please understand, whenever you worship Lord Vinayaga, you are boosting your Pranava energy. You are boosting. That is, your total body is receiving energy from your Muladharam. He is called Muladhara Ganapati. If you go to Kalahasti, you will go deep into your well and make prayers for Vinayaga. Vinayaga is there. He has been installed at the bottom of a well. If you go to Kalahasti, you can just see. What does it mean? Vinayagar is in the Muladharam because he is supplying the total energy. So to start with, everything is to be started at the Muladharam. So that is why we are offering prayers. Whenever we start anything afresh, we go to Vinayaga and offer our prayers and asking him for the energy to overcome any obstacles or hurdles that may happen in our endeavor. In our efforts should be fruitful. So we are offering prayer for Lord Vinayaga because Lord Vinayaga is supposed to refresh our Pranava energy. Whenever you go to a temple, first you offer your prayer for Lord Vinayaga and then go to the main deity. See, Lord Vinayaga, that is why he will be available at the bottom of the flag hosting mast. You understand? The flag hosting mast, if just look at the bottom, you can see a Vinayaga there. The mast is nothing but our forehead. Vinayaga is at the bottom of the flag hosting mast, the mast Kodi Maram. At the bottommost, the highest, is our Muladharam. Actually, from Muladharam, through the backbones, you must reach the forehead, not at the front side. Not at the front side, only through the backbone. 3 nerves, basic nerves are running through the backbones. Okay. So, here you see the flag. In Muladharam, the flag hoisting, the bottommost of the pole, the flag hoisting pole, the bottommost. There the Vinayagar will be there. If you go to any temple, you can see. What does it show? That Vinayagar is at our Mooladharam. You just pray you must pray him, you must offer the prayers for him, and then move about that. You understand? Okay. Now let us again come back to the logic behind the elephant head and the form of Vinayagar. Is there any other theory that is connecting this, or is there any other explanation why we must have like this? Please understand, Lord Vinayagar is nothing but Lord Shiva in the form of energy, in the form of the Pranava energy. I told you the Pranava is made up of two powers. What are those powers? Nadam, Bindu. Nadam, Bindu. Sound energy, light energy. Only these two can be processed and sent to our distance. Nothing else. We may have 5 senses, is it not? The taste cannot be transmitted. The odor cannot be transmitted. The sense, the feeling cannot be transmitted, but light can be transmitted, sound can be transmitted. Only these two energies can be transmitted. That is the basic two energies. We may have 5 senses. The eye and the ear are those two senses. Those two senses are very important to sense the light and sound. Okay? Okay. Tirumular asks us, you take a sheet of paper or have a plain board without any markings, without anything. That is a blank paper. Draw a straight line. At the tip of the straight line, you put a vortex. What does it look like? A straight line, upright, a straight line. Draw a straight line. Veliyil regai. Veliyil regai. Regayil attalai suliyil uharamam. At the tip, you just draw a vortex. Vortex means suri. Vortex. What does it look like? A straight line with a suri. The trunk of an elephant. Is it not? Looks like elephant trunk. It is called in Tamil, if you just look at it, you will say Uharam. U. That is why we call it as also Pillayar Suri. Pillayar Suri. U. How does it get generated? With a straight line and a vortex. See, in general outlay, the sound is represented by straight line and Bindu is represented by a vortex. Sound is represented by a line and a vortex. If you just see, have a look at it, I have drawn it very poor drawing. I am not a very good artist. I just, Suri looks somewhat, it is Suri, okay. It is not circle, you understand. It is not circle, it is Suri. So, vortex, you can get a straight line, you put a vortex, you call it as a U, that is Katal, that is Pillayar Suri, you just call it. You just look at it, the straight line Nadam is called Sivam and Bindu is called Shakti. Shakti is represented Va. Sivam is represented by Si. So, Si Va. So, instead of writing Si Va, they put a straight line and put a vortex. That is how it started. Instead of writing Siva, they put a Pulayar Suri. That's what we call or Suri or code, a straight line. It is in a straight form. You just lay down on the horizontal zone, horizontal base. It would look like a Uharam. Here I have shown it at the bottom. Uharam, U. Now have a look, very nice look or deep look, just to have it. If you just see the Suri, it is the pedestal base, and if you just see the straight line, it is the protruding Banam. This is Avudayar. See, on the Avudayar you see the Banam, on the Shakti you see Sivam. This is Sivalingam. That is how Tirumula says. See, the bottommost is fire and the topmost is the air. Air causes the fire. If the fire is to exist, then it does require the air. You understand? Okay, all those things are derived, all these details are derived just from the drawing. A straight line with a vortex. Okay, since it looks like a trunk of an elephant, why don't we have an elephant at all? Because that elephant represents the Pranavam. Nadam and Bindu also represent Pranavam. Those are the two powers of Pranavam. Two powers of Pranavam is Nadam, Bindu. It is like a trunk of an elephant. So, elephant head represents the power of Pranava. So, the people thought that we will have the Pranava is like an elephant head and Deva Udal. That is how the Vinayagar idol or the portrait of Vinayagar has emerged out. This is the logic behind it. So, whenever we see him, we just see the total personification of energy, Pranava energy. He makes the whole world to revolve. He makes the whole universe to function. So, the entire energy in the form of light and sound is offered only by him. So, it is nothing but a part of the Almighty. Almighty makes the whole world function out of his own power. That power is represented by Lord Vinayagar. So, Lord Vinayagar is nothing but the Pranavam. Pranava, the total energy of Pranavam. Pranavam means you must understand Pranavam, the basic energy which causes the total functionality of the universe. If it just stops for a moment, it may run to years and years together, non-functioning of the universe. You understand? A small movement emerges out into a very big movement. Is it not? That is how the power we must understand in the form of distribution. He only causes the whole universe to function. That is why whenever we are going to function, we are going to offer our prayer at his lotus feet, asking him, we should have the power to finish this. We must have the thrust to finish this. We must not be stopped by the hurdles. So Vigna Raja, Vignan means the hurdles, the blockages. Those things will be taken care of by His grace. Likewise, we offer the prayer to Lord Vinayagar. We offer our surrendering to Lord Vinayagar whenever we start. See, in our routine procedures of this worship and even temple festivals, it all start with Vinayagar. Everything commences, all functions or all pujas, they commence only with the Vinayagar, because we expect the things to go in a nice manner, but even though we expect like that, hurdles may come, unexpected turnings may come, or before we complete it, we may go ill, or somebody may come in our way, they will put a blockage. So all these things are not expected. They are not expected. Unexpected things may happen. So unexpected things should be taken care of. I should be given full energy to complete this matter or endeavor. So that is why Lord Ganesha prayer is very, very important, and he is very, as I have told you in the last session itself, is very merciful, very merciful. Wherever you summon, he is there. A small picture you summon, he is there to hear your plea. You can plead, you can submit, you can ask his guidance, you can ask his help at whatever place you want. That is why if you go to a top of a rock, he will be there. If you go to the below a tree, if you go there, you can see a Vinayagar. If you go to the banks of a river, there will be Vinayagar. See, wherever you install him, he will find comfortable. He will feel comfortable. He will not say, I want a shelter. Even if you put him under a tree, he will feel comfortable. Okay, I will be here. Whenever you want, you come here. Likewise, he will say. Whatever you offer, he takes. Banana, okay. Sundal, okay. Modakam, very okay. Very much okay. Anything he takes. So he is very merciful. That Rakshasa Gayamuha Suran, he becomes his disciple. If you just see the picture, the elephant headed Vinayagar, you can just see the mercy all over his face, particularly the eyes. That is why all our saints or all our authors of books, they will offer prayer for Lord Vinayagar, and then only they will proceed further. Likewise, we will also offer our prayers for Lord Vinayagar and ask him to complete this series, the holy deities of the Saivam. He is going to complete it in a very nice manner, without any hurdles happening or without any blocks happening. He will grace us and finish this series successfully, and it is going to be also very useful to each and everybody. I have to personally thank Mrs. and Mr. Saravanan, who are the people behind this series. They were asking me to start another series after the philosophy of Saiva Siddhantam, and Mrs. Saravanan only suggested this topic. So they were trying very much to promote the principles of the Saiva Siddhantam in the not only among our society, but also to among the society of people who are not well versed with Tamil, and also he is very particular, they are very particular in giving the details to the kids who are away from their homelands. So they should be given the details, full details, nice details about our holy deities of Saivam. That is how the series has been promoted, and it has started with the Vinayagar. I think the weeks to come, it will serve its purpose. So I personally thank them, and also to the people who listen to this. Kindly tell other people also. Don't believe other stories about Vinayagar. There are a lot of stories people have written and promoted. Those stories cannot be accepted. This is the real theory behind Lord Vinayagar. Promote this theory, promote this real concept about Lord Vinayagar among our people, and I think that it is the duty of each and everybody to promote the truths and real theories among our people. That is the service we are doing to our Saivam. There are so many stories, faulty stories are being promoted and they are put in their propaganda, thinking that all the deities of Saivam are meaningless. Not at all. They are meaningful. They are result yielding. Only those who have offered their prayers sincerely and honestly, those people will understand how truthful and how faithful these deities are, how truthful these deities are. They will be able to understand. Okay, with that I think I am trying to put them in English as much as possible, because I have to steal lot of words from English. If it is in Tamil, I may not find it difficult to find the words in Tamil, but finding equivalent words in English, right words, because we must be able to understand and appreciate the fact and the concept. So a little difficulty is being experienced in finding the exact words for the Tamil words. Anyway, I am trying level best. Again, I am putting all my prayers to Lord Vinayagar to make me ease and comfortable with the language to deliver the messages I want. Thank you very much. I am going to finish this with a 5-lettered mantra being chanted 5 times. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஒரு சின்ன செய்தி, kindly contribute for ஞானத்திரள் monthly issue. Of course, it is in Tamil, but people who know Tamil or who can read Tamil, some people can read Tamil but cannot write Tamil, but those who are able to read Tamil, they can definitely subscribe to ஞானத்திரள். We have given the contact numbers. Kindly contribute. Not only that, you can also sponsor articles in the ஞானத்திரள். All those things are available. Kindly help us in running the ஞானத்திரள் or running the show successfully in future. So you can also gift ஞானத்திரள் to people who love ஞானத்திரள். If you just send us the address, we will just post ஞானத்திரள் to their address on your name. Okay, thank you very much. We will meet again next Saturday at 12 o'clock and we will continue the series. Thank you very much. God bless you. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.